That's right. I just got a shiny Rowlet as my starter Pokemon. Oh my god, yes! There is only a 1 in 4,096 chance for a Pokemon to be shiny. This is insanely rare. But this shiny Rowlet is actually fake. I didn't actually just get lucky and get a shiny right away. I had to create a new world 915 times until I finally got the shiny. It was a grind, but I wanted to start off with the shiny for this adventure where I'll be surviving the next 100 days in the Cobblemon mod. And on day 100, I'll have to battle and defeat a powerful legendary Pokemon. So with our shiny Rowlet by our side, dude, he's literally perfect. Let's go. We need to find a place to set up camp so we can start building a strong team of Pokemon so we have a chance to survive the final legendary fight. This is quite unfortunate that we did kind of get the worst spawn ever. Even with Pokemon, this is still Minecraft. So the first thing I did was gather wood and make a set of stone tools. There's already so many Pokemon around me. So many of them are birds for some reason. I want to set up my base in a village because those always have Pokemon centers to heal our Pokemon, which will be very important because in this 100 days challenge, if one of my Pokemon faints in battle, it is dead and gone forever. There is no reviving them, so keeping them safe and healthy is always our #1 priority. And after a while of traveling, I finally found a good village. And I think that right there is a Pokemon center. Let's hope that's true. Yes, there's the banner right there. Perfect. Well, we're already full on health, so it's fine. We don't need it right now, but that is good to know. So I think that we should live here. And I think we should finally do a battle to break in our new home. Let's see what Rowlet has got. Battling in Cobblemon works the same way as real Pokemon with all the same Pokemon stats and moves. Hit this Purloin with a Leafage, why don't ya? Oh my god, it missed. Yeah, some moves have a chance to miss, but that's pretty rare with a move like Leafage, so it probably won't happen again. It missed again. Are you serious? Yeah, Rowlet's first battle wasn't off to a good start, but he landed the next attack, and from there, steamrolled the Purloin and beat it without even taking a single hit. Let's go. Way to go, Rowlet. Ew, it dropped a rotten flesh. And now that Rowlet can battle and we have a home, it was time to really make Rowlet our own with a nickname. I'm gonna name him Ace. But all right, the moon is rising, the sun has set, let's sleep. Are you serious? This is my bed. When the next morning came, I decided to expand this house we took over a little bit by adding a dock outside so we have easy access to the ocean, which did take over a day, but that's only because I decided to also demolish this villager's house because this is my village now. And I also added a bunch of barrels onto our dock because since there's so many items in this game, I assume we're gonna want a lot of storage. But now I wanted to expand our team. With only one grass type Pokemon, we have a big weakness to fire types. So I figured to counter that, I should catch a water type. And I had the perfect one in mind. But to actually catch a new Pokemon, I needed to grow and gather a bunch of these red apricorns because with 4 of these and a copper ingot, we could actually craft our first Pokeballs. And that's when I spotted the Pokemon we were looking for. Oh, there's a Poliwag right there. It's only level 10. We could fight him and I could catch him. But this didn't go as smoothly as I expected it to. Okay, start a battle. But let me swim. Let me swim. Go, 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 go. Can I keep fighting from all the way up here on the surface? Oh, why are there zombies? Okay, hang on. I'm trying to battle a Pokemon, not zombies. Oh my gosh, that guy has a trident. But only a bad Minecraft player who literally doesn't play Minecraft for a living would be bad enough to die to a trident zombie. That wouldn't happen to me, of course. So with the incredible talent of a Pokemon and Minecraft master, I caught our newest teammate. Yes, let's go. We caught it. All right, we have 2 Pokemon on the team now. So we got Ace and our new Poliwag we added to the team. Oh my gosh, they're both such little guys. And I decided to nickname our Poliwag Perry. Perry, because I mean, he kind of gives platypus vibes. Look at his tail. Now at this point, I was using nearly broken iron tools and some leather and gold armor I found in random chests. And I had pretty much nothing else to my name. I really needed some materials, so I decided to hit the caves and I mined pretty much every single ore I could find. Diamonds! Let's go, baby! It was a pretty successful caving trip and ended in me stumbling across a new structure. Is this a trial chamber? It was. Oh my god, it is. But it seemed to be empty until I saw a Magnemite. That guy scared me. Wait, that's a sick Pokemon though. Should I just try to catch it? Magnemite is one of my favorite electric type Pokemon, especially after using the card in Pokemon TCG Pocket. But this one was refusing to stay in its Pokeball. So I had to battle it to weaken it to increase the odds I would catch it. Yes, let's go. We have a new teammate. Hello, Magnemite. But of course, like our other teammates, he needs a nickname. Let's name him Watt. We're kind of getting a nice little team of little guys now. I decided to explore this trial chamber while I was here, even though I'm very underpowered overpowered right now, but for some reason, all of the chests were empty. So I decided this wasn't worth risking death, and I dug my way back up to the surface. Here we go. And I made my way back home, where I immediately started training our Pokemon because I don't think a team of 3 little guys is going to be very strong. Oh! Shut up. No, dude. Okay, we are switching you out. Let's put Watt in there. Watt was able to slowly but surely take out the Zigzagoon, but for the rest of our training, I didn't want to take any risks at all. Because again, if one of them faints in battle, they are dead and gone forever. So from now on, I'm only taking on battles where we have the type advantage, like electric type Watt battling this water type Krabby, so I can make sure he never dies. Oh! Krabby knew a ground type attack, which Watt is 4 times weak to. No! What? I didn't know Krabby could have mud shot. That's it. We're getting revenge. Oh, mud shot me. That does nothing. I'm immune. You idiot. 3%? You know what? This might be controversial, but I'm going to catch it. Yes, stay in the ball. But I'm not some psycho freak. I'm not letting it be on my team. It just killed Watt. So here's what we're doing. I crafted a PC, which is storage for your Pokemon. So box number 29 is henceforth going to be known as jail. This Krabby is stuck in jail for the rest of time. It won't be on the team. It won't be out living its life. It won't even have the luxury of being dead. It'll be stuck in here for eternity. And box 30, unfortunately, is the graveyard. I'm sorry, Watt. You were double weak to a mud shot, and I didn't even think a Krabby could know that. But you will live on in memory forever. Goodbye, Watt. Let's sleep. I just can't do this anymore today. We may have lost Watt, but on the bright side, Ace actually leveled up enough to evolve, making this our first evolution of the entire video, and the first of many more to come. Let's go! A shiny Dartrix, baby. Look at him, so dapper. That's kind of crazy. Our team is getting stronger. That sacrifice won't be for nothing. To be extra safe, I used these berries I found while traveling and crafted berry juice to give to both of our Pokemon, which will heal them once per battle if their health drops below half. So it's really just a little extra insurance to keep them alive. I also crafted a Pokedex, which shows us every Pokemon we've ever caught or battled with. And if you guys like this video, maybe I'll do another video where I catch every single Pokemon in the game and fill up the entire Pokedex. But right outside our house, that's when I spotted an Elekid. This could be a good electric type to add to the team. So maybe let's just try throwing a Pokeball at it, seeing if it'll catch. Okay, let's try again. I don't want to replace Watt, but we need another electric type just in case, you know? Let's go, we caught it. Okay, so we have our very own Elekid. I mean, look at it, it's so cute. I nicknamed this Pokemon Buzz and added her to the team. And now I figured it was time to go out on an adventure, specifically looking for the other colors of apricorns for other Pokeballs, and the other berries, and all the colors of mints we can collect, which will all be very important later. Because if we're gonna get a strong, good team, we're gonna need all of that stuff. There were some structures like this pillager outpost, but they didn't really have anything special in them. But I did continue to battle wild Pokemon to train my team, and Ace was seeming to hold his own in most of these battles. But Perry was still so weak and getting destroyed even by Pokemon he should have the advantage against. Oh my gosh, it almost does half of my health, and I do nothing even though it's super effective. Okay, switch. Ace was able to clean up the battle, and I was finding a bunch of the other colors of apricorns I was looking for, but then I found something I wasn't looking for. Oh my gosh, a Weedle. This is a Caterpie, not a Weedle like I said, but at the time I thought it was a Wurmple. I just got all of my worm Pokemon mixed up. I wanted a Dustox, which evolves from Wurmple, but when I caught this, I realized it's a Caterpie and not what I wanted. So throughout the rest of the 100 days, my hate for this Caterpie will just continue to grow. But since I caught it, it is permanently on the team and we're stuck with it. So there was nothing I can do. I went back home to empty my inventory before continuing my exploration, and that's when I found a dig site. In dig sites like this, I'm able to brush suspicious gravel and find a bunch of items, including fossils. Fossilized bird. Okay, sick. These fossils can be brought back to life as actual Pokemon, which will actually come into play later. But I finished off this outing with a bit more Pokemon training, where Buzz was turning out to be a pretty strong member of the team. And I also gathered a few more materials we would eventually need, and then I headed home, where I upgraded my gear from iron to diamond and put low level enchants on everything I had. And then I decided our base needed a bit more of an upgrade, so I officially started on the construction. Oak wood and cobblestone is not my favorite aesthetic, so I switched over to spruce wood and included some stone bricks. I also did a slight expansion in the size of the house as well to make the place a bit roomier. Overall, a pretty simple upgrade, but a big upgrade nonetheless. All right, there we go. That is the upgraded house. Quite a big upgrade if you ask me. It looks much better. We have much more room. Everything is much more organized in here. The deck out here is still the same. I'll change this over to spruce wood eventually. We also got this upstairs area where it'll just be a bunch of storage. I'll add more chests as we need them, but for now it's looking pretty good. But okay, that took a ton of time. We still don't have a full team and we are not leveled up enough. We've really got to get back to grinding because to fight a level 75 legendary at the end of this, our team needs to be close to that level to even stand a chance. But Perry is still too weak to even battle on his own. So to help him out, I crafted an EXP share, which will give some XP to him even without participating in the battle. So he'll be able to passively get stronger without any risk of dying. And this idea of battling with Perry having the EXP share was actually working really well and allowing him to level up very quickly. Oh my gosh, an Oshawott. That's a Hisuian one. I didn't bring any Pokeballs. Oh man. I guess we already have a water type, so I wouldn't want to add that to the team. We already have Caterpie that I didn't want. And with a few more battles, we finally got Perry leveled up to level 25. Ooh, let's go. Buzz is like a powerhouse. Oh, but with that, Perry is now level 25. Perfect. Now you can finally evolve and stop being so weak, hopefully. All right, here we go. Hopefully this is worth it. Let's go. Now we have a Poliwhirl. He even looks much tougher. Let's go test him out. And Perry's first battle evolved, he was able to immediately one-shot this Growlithe. Of course, it was a super effective move, but before he evolved, his super effective moves used to be pretty weak too. Okay, so Perry is definitely way stronger now. So now that we finally have a strong water type, I figured it was time to go into the Nether. From the Nether, obviously we need Blaze Rods and Ender Pearls to go to the end, but also it's the best place to find new Pokemon to add to our team, since it is completely full of ground, steel, and fire types, which we don't have on our team yet. So I headed into the Nether and immediately was seeing a bunch of those new Pokemon. Oh, that's what we like to see. We're finally seeing some good fire type Pokemon and some little mushrooms, I guess. I spawned pretty close to a blue biome. So first I was able to collect a bunch of Ender Pearls, and after I got all I needed, I headed out to try to find a Nether fortress. And of course, I kept my eye out for a Pokemon to add to the team. Cubone. Oh, that's a Hisuian one. Or no, that's an Alolan form because it has the purple on its forehead. Cubone is one of my favorite Pokemon, especially its Alolan form. When it evolves, it looks so sick, especially its shiny. If I ever found one of those, I would definitely have to catch it. Oh my God. No, don't burn. I hate my life, dude. Of course that would happen to me. Well, anyway, I was near a bastion, so I decided to loot it, going slowly and carefully to make sure I didn't die to the brutes. But the bastion did actually have some really good loot. Oh, this is some really good stuff, actually. And that stuff included diamond armor, a sharp 5 diamond sword, and 2 netherite ingots. Oh my gosh, a notch apple. Overall, looting this was very successful, and I was in a great mood until I left the bastion and almost immediately ran into this guy. Oh, it's you. Seeing a Cubone now just makes me realize how sad it is that we'll probably never see another shiny again. Stop. Oh my gosh, another shiny. No way. Are you serious? I love this guy. Yes! Let's go! Wait, what should we name him? I decided to name him Flick, and he is now officially the second shiny Pokemon added to our team. So as far as Pokemon we could catch in the Nether goes, I'm actually quite happy with this one. But as I continued through the Nether looking for a fortress, despite what I thought before we came in, Perry was actually still quite weak. He nearly lost to an unevolved baby fire type Pokemon. But we are not giving up on Perry. He may still be weak now, but I know that we can make him strong. He can actually evolve one more time if we just give him a specific item, so we'll have to do that when we get back home. But eventually, I did find a Nether fortress where I was able to gather all the blaze rods we would need pretty quickly because that bastion we found earlier also had a looting 2 diamond sword, so this was pretty quick. Are you serious? Did they all just do that? I finally left the nether and emptied out my completely full inventory of all the stuff we collected in there, including these TMs, which are discs that you can use to teach your Pokemon a new move, which is very useful. But probably the most important thing we found in there were these 2 netherite ingots. And I actually have a pretty good idea for what to do with those. But we're going to have to go to the end for that. And we should probably get our Pokemon a bit stronger before going in there. And one way I decided we could do that was with the mints that we gathered earlier. To put it simply, every Pokemon has a nature, which boosts one stat but lowers another. Flick, for example, has a brave nature, which boosts his attack, which is good, but lowers his speed, which is not good. Because in battle, whichever Pokemon is faster gets to move first. But that's where these mints come in. I built this farm to grow each color, and each color can be used to change a Pokemon's nature. Like by combining red and blue mint leaves, we can make an adamant mint, which, when given to Flick, changes his nature to adamant, which still boosts his attack, but instead of lowering speed, it lowers his special attack, which is good because Flick has no special attacks, only physical ones. And we're going to want to do that to every single one of our teammates here. I guess even Caterpie. So I gave mints to all of our Pokemon that need it, and since I was feeling generous, I even decided to evolve Caterpie since it was high enough level to evolve, but I'm not forgetting where it came from. So I nicknamed the now Butterfree Caterpie. And in the spirit of powering up our Pokemon, since we were back home now, we could evolve Perry into its final evolution. So I crafted a King's Rock for him to hold and a link cable, which we can use on him to finally let him evolve. Let's go. Perry evolved into a Politoed, baby. And now its special defense stat is crazy. With a big boost to his defense like this, Perry has gone from being our weakest Pokemon by far that couldn't even take 2 hits in a battle to now becoming the team's tank. Crazy character arc. Of course, he still has some training to do, but with moves like Hypnosis to put Pokemon to sleep and the newly boosted defense, he should be able to survive in most fights. Okay, well, Perry survived. It didn't actually even get hit a single time. So maybe that's not the best example, but I mean, hey, I'll take it. I took this opportunity to evolve the rest of our team as well. At level 30, Buzz evolved into Electabuzz, and by giving her an Electrovisor and a link cable again, she could immediately evolve into Electivire. Let's go, Electivire. Dude, Buzz is looking clean. Let's see how Buzz does against something like a Ladybug. It's so small compared to Buzz. Oh, just a one-shots it. There's actually a pretty good item we could give Buzz. Wait, there's actually a really good item we could give to Buzz. We need some wool and some kelp for it. I gathered kelp from the ocean in our backyard and smelted it for dry kelp. And with the wool I've been collecting from battling Wooloos, I could dye those black and craft a black belt and upgrade that with blaze powder into an expert belt, which we gave to Buzz. See, super effective moves normally deal double damage, but with the expert belt, they will deal an additional 20% damage. And later, we can teach Buzz moves of a bunch of different types, so she'll pretty much always have a super effective attack option. So this is literally the perfect item for her. Oh, and speaking of level up, Flick just leveled up and is ready to evolve now. Our only little guy left. I feel like he's not going to be too big, right? Oh, the fog's kind of messing it up. You can see him spinning around in there. Whoa! Oh my gosh. Wait, this looks sick. I love this shiny. You know what? Let's take a look at our team. Buzz out there, Perry, Ace. Fine, we'll get Caterpie out here too, whatever. Yeah, look, it goes from like smallest to biggest. Buzz is gigantic. Flick is pretty big too, honestly. And we're so close to evolving Ace, and then Ace will get tall as well. But this is Perry's final form. Still just a little guy. And then, of course, whatever, Caterpie. So with our team significantly stronger now, I wanted to finally use those netherite ingots we found, and I want to use them to craft a Master Ball, which is a Pokeball that has a 100% catch rate. And since it's that strong, it's very expensive to craft. In addition to our netherite ingots, we need 2 shulker shells and a wither star. So I started going back to the nether fortress to grind for wither skulls, and we'll get the shulker shells later. But since we have this looting 2 sword from the bastion earlier, getting the 3 skulls we need was actually pretty quick. Oh, there we go, 3. And I wanted this wither fight to be as easy as possible. So I upgraded my broken iron armor to enchanted diamond. And I tried to do the trick where you spawn the wither stuck in the nether roof, but apparently that doesn't work anymore. So I headed back to the overworld to try to think of another plan, and that's when Ace decided he was ready to evolve after defeating our mortal enemy, Krabby. Let's go, baby. The final guy that needed to evolve. Let's go. Decidueye. Dude, this shiny looks clean. So now the whole squad is fully evolved, and it's time to fight the Wither. And without the nether roof trick, this is going to be the toughest fight of our lives. Just kidding. I actually just dug a small tunnel deep underground and completely destroyed the Wither without even getting hit. It's not nearly as bad as I was thinking it was going to be. So now the only ingredients we're missing to craft this Master Ball are the shulker shells. So our next step is to go to the end. And living in there is actually the Pokemon I want to catch with the Master Ball. We already have the Blaze Rods and the Ender Pearls for the Eyes of Ender to actually go to the end portal. But there is actually one other thing that I think would be very helpful getting there during the dragon fight and for exploring the outer end islands. And that helpful thing is this Pokemon right here, Rookidee, nicknamed Raven, of course. If we just evolve her and then level her up enough to evolve again into her final form, yeah, oh, that's gigantic. Raven evolves into a Corviknight. And with a flying Pokemon this big, look what we can do. Let's go! We have a big flying Pokemon and now we can ride it around. This will make searching the end so much easier. Raven is just going to be a temporary party member while we're searching the end because there's a different Pokemon in the end that I really want to catch. So I set off on our new flying taxi to find the stronghold, and the Eyes of Ender were pointing to it being just underneath this village. So I flew down deep into a nearby cave and was able to track it down. And now, maybe this won't be surprising because of how easily we beat the Wither, but with Raven's help to easily destroy all of the end crystals, the dragon fight was probably the easiest dragon fight I have ever had. Until... Nah, just kidding. I'm a pro gamer. I always hit the water bucket clutch. Raven and I worked together to finish taking out the dragon, which opened up a portal to the outer end islands. And I cranked my render distance up to max, and I spotted an end city with an end ship. Oh, here we go. Perfect. An Elytra from the end ship might seem useless since we have Raven, but again, Raven is just a temporary party member for exploring the end, so getting my own set of wings for when she's gone will still be very useful. But more importantly, at this end city, I was able to collect a bunch of shulker shells, which will help with my storage problem, of course, but more importantly, we can finally craft the Master Ball. This Pokeball will guaranteed catch any Pokemon that we throw at it. There's one specifically that I'm looking for, so if we can find it, we're definitely using the Master Ball on it. I kept looting this end city because the chest actually had some pretty good items, and I'm always down to get more shulker shells, but the real excitement picked back up when I spotted the exact Pokemon I was looking for. Here we go. This is the guy I want. This little guy might not look like it, but he is a pseudo legendary. He has a catch rate so low, it is the same as legendaries like Mewtwo and Moltres. So if there was any Pokemon worth using my Master Ball on, it was this guy. Get on in there. Let's go. It's safe. Obviously, our party is full, so he got automatically transferred to our PC. So now we can just go home and we'll have him waiting for us. I didn't have any more business being in the end, so I flew all the way back to the portal on Raven's back, making sure to collect the dragon egg, of course, and I went back home. I thanked Raven and swapped her into our PC for our new official team member. Thank you, Raven, for your service. And Beldum was already high enough level to evolve into Metang. Let's go, Metang. This guy looks nice. And it'll only be a few more levels until it can evolve for the final time. And of course, we gotta nickname this guy Big Guy. He is gonna be huge when he evolves, okay? You know what? Here, meet everybody. We got Flick, we got Buzz, we got Perry, Ace, and Caterpie, whatever. Here's the gang so far. Pretty sick. But unfortunately now, there is no more time for fun and games. We are getting very close to day 100 when we're going to have to battle a level 75 legendary Pokemon. And if we were on pace to survive that, our whole team would be at least level 50 by now. But not a single one of them is even close to that. So we officially entered our training arc. Day and night, rain or sun, we were battling. Every Pokemon we saw, we fought. There wasn't going to be a single drop of XP that our team wasn't getting. They were all leveling up, learning new moves, already entering the level 40s. Besides Caterpie, because who cares? We didn't even want him on the team to begin with. But everyone else was breezing through these battles. They have never been stronger. Our team felt invincible, like nothing could stop us. No! no! How did he kill Perry? Ugh. We just lost Perry, a Pokemon that has been with us nearly since the beginning. Perry used to be so weak, he couldn't take on a single fight. But then he evolved and became the tank of the team. Through his training, he became one of our strongest members. And then he was unfairly taken down by a random lower level fire type. It feels wrong, but Perry gets added to the graveyard with his friend Watt, where they will rest in peace forever. And now, not to sound insensitive or anything, but this was probably the worst time for that to happen. We just did so much training and have to fight a legendary in only a few days, and now we're down a teammate. We need a new Pokemon, and we need it fast. And we need a water type. Actually, I might have an idea. Remember those fossils we excavated earlier and we found the bird fossils? Well, there are quite a few other fossils we could find too. Specifically, there are 2 fossils I could find and we can combine them together and turn them into a new Pokemon that is water and dragon type. And these specific fossils I need to find usually spawn in cold places. So I went to the frozen oceans and was able to find some skeleton remains, which when I brushed the sand and gravel around it, there we go, fossilized Drake. That is half of what we need. The fossilized Drake is one of 2 fossils we need, but this fossil site didn't have the other one, so I had to go find another. But in that one, I did find exactly what we were looking for. Oh, yes, is that it? Yes! Okay, we have everything that we need. These 2 fossils are going to get us an insanely strong Pokemon. So I rushed back home and built a fossil restoration machine, and to actually use it to bring our fossils back to life, we need to fill the tank with organic material. So I used sugarcane, and now with our fossilized fish and our fossilized Drake, we can put them in the fossil machine, and there we go. Now inside this tank, we'll start growing a brand new Pokemon for us out of these 2 fossils. And the Pokemon that it grows is gonna be insanely strong. And it just takes 12 minutes for our fossils to grow from a little embryo to a full-grown Pokemon. Okay, the fossils are gone. He is fully grown. We just need a Pokeball to put him in now. And instead of just going with a normal Pokeball, I think we actually should pick one that matches his aesthetic pretty good. If we just right-click on this, there we go. He is added to the team. Everyone, meet Dracovish. Look at this guy. He is huge. He has a water and a dragon type. So that is perfectly good for replacing the water type that we lost. Rest in peace, Perry. And I think a perfect nickname for this guy is Nessie. And as you can see, Nessie is only level 1. He was just born. So we've got a lot of work to do with this guy and with the rest of the team still, to be honest. But I think we need to take this experience share from Big Guy and give it to Nessie. There you go. So now it was back to grinding. We need to level up our team and get stronger right away. Whoa, just that one fight leveled Nessie up to level 18. And I didn't stop training there. I didn't even sleep anymore. I was all in. And from all this training, Big Guy leveled up to level 45, which meant he was able to evolve into his final form, Metagross. Let's go. Big Guy is huge. And check this out. We can ride him. Obviously, he can't fly, but now we won't have to do much walking. This is sick. But our training wasn't done. At this point, there is no way we're going to be high enough level to win this legendary battle just based on levels. Instead, we need to make sure that we have the best possible moves too. And to do that for Buzz, we need to craft blank TMs. Then, if we catch a Pokemon, we can copy any of its moves onto the TM and use that to teach Buzz new moves that she wouldn't normally learn on her own. So with that strategy, we were able to teach Buzz 4 new attacks, all of different types, which will work perfectly with her expert belt we gave her earlier. And at this point, Buzz was literally the powerhouse of the team. But we still have Nessie, and Nessie is honestly pretty weak right now. But to fix that, we don't need to teach him a bunch of good moves. We only need to teach him 1. And he needs an item. See, at level 63, Nessie learns his signature move, Vicious Rend, which deals 85 damage, which is already pretty high, but it deals double damage if Nessie attacks first. So if we make Nessie really fast, this attack will hit insanely hard. And that's where the item comes in, the Choice Scarf. This item boosts your speed by 50%, but locks you into only using 1 move. But that's fine because we only want to use this 1 move anyway. But unfortunately, by the time we were able to level him up to level 63 to learn that move, the sun was setting on day 99. We were out of time to train. Our whole team was far below level 75, but we don't have a choice. It was time to go battle the legendary. I gathered some gunpowder for rockets, and I gave Big Guy a last-minute assault vest, which will give him some more special defense. And as day 100 officially came, I equipped our elytra and flew off towards 0-0, where high above the clouds, a powerful level 75 legendary Pokemon is going to spawn for our final battle. And if we can just defeat it, we win the 100 days challenge. Oh my god! There is no way. Wait, don't run away. Oh my gosh. There's no way it's shiny. Shut up. I'm panicking. Okay, what do I do now? The plan was just to kill it, but now I want to catch it. Dude, my Pokemon are so not prepared to catch this thing, but I have to try. I mean, there's no way a quick ball works on turn 1, right? Please, dude. That'd be crazy. 1. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god, wait, it can't hit Ace? Ace is immune to the attack it just used. I don't know what other attacks it has, but Ace might actually be good for this because it's Ghost type. Okay, we might actually be able to catch this thing. Okay, let's weaken it a bit. Oh, what type is Rayquaza? Flying and Dragon, I think. Let's hit it with a Spirit Shackle. It used Hyper Voice on me again. There's no way that's its only attacking move. Oh my gosh, it knows Rest, so it can restore its health like all the way. We need to get it down into like the red. I think it only knows Hyper Voice. Or are we just getting insanely lucky? Oh no, it knows Fly. Uh-oh. Fly is a 2-turn move. So it flies up on 1 turn and then comes down and deals damage the next. And this attack is super effective against Ace. I feel like I have to switch. Who do I switch into? Who might not die? I mean, Buzz might not die. She's electric type. Okay, let's do it. Buzz, please tank this hit. Please. Okay, used Fly. Oh my god. Okay, that did a lot of damage. And that wasn't very effective. Are you serious? Can Buzz do anything to weaken it? Ice Punch might kill it because Rayquaza is 4 times weak to ice. And I don't want to kill it or else we just lose it. Okay, let's go with a Thunder Punch. Please say I'm faster. I am. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yes, Ice Punch definitely would have killed it. It used Hyper Voice on me. And there goes Buzz. Okay. Good work, Buzz. You got it low. That's what we needed. Ace, go back out. No way Ace, our lowest level Pokemon, is saving the day right now. It has almost no health left. Let's just try to catch. Go on Ultra Ball. And it matches, actually. I didn't even realize. 1. No, dude. Oh, it used Hurricane on me. Oh, but it missed. Oh my god, Ace is so lucky. Okay, let's try to catch it again. No, dude. Oh, it used Fly again. Let's switch to Big Guy might live. Let's just try Big Guy. Come on, Big Guy, please. Okay, that did less than half. That's pretty good. The fact that we want to catch this Pokemon now instead of fighting it when I had a Master Ball before, but we used it on Big Guy. That would have been perfect for this. That's the biggest mistake of all time, wasting that Master Ball. Please. 1, 2. No, dude. No. We've only gotten 2. That's the highest we've gotten. No. Oh no, Nessie's dead. Let's try to catch it again. Oh my god, is that 3? Oh my god! Yes! Oh my god, we caught it! Instead of just defeating a legendary, we got insanely lucky with it being shiny and decided to catch it instead. And because of that, we did lose our 2 strongest teammates, Buzz and Nessie. Goodbye, you two. But their sacrifice is not in vain, as we now have a shiny Rayquaza, dude. Are you kidding me? There was so much more cool and funny stuff that happened during these 100 days that I just didn't have time to include in this video. So I uploaded a second video for channel members with all of those extra clips. So check that out if you want. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Be sure to subscribe. Okay, love you. Bye.